Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETULay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETULay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETULay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hi everyone! Welcome back to another school year. This is Tutor Jess again for English as 6, and I'm so excited for today actually. Before we begin, I would like to greet our parents, teachers, viewers, and online students who are watching with us here this time. Again, you can watch our ETULay episode through our DepEd pages, DepEd Edtech Unit, DepEd Philippines, at DepEd Tayo. We are also live in our YouTube channels, DepEd Edtech Unit and DepEd TV. Okay, so there are so many things to look forward to this school year and here in our online ETULay tutorial. And one of those is that, my dear English warriors, you will be having not just one, but two teachers here or for English 6. You imagine 2 teachers for English? Yes, you have heard it right. So without much of further ado, let's welcome or let me introduce to you and let's give her a very big round of applause, okay? None other than Tutor Janet Morte from San Lorenzo Ruiz Elementary School, Schools Division of Pasig City. Hi, Tutor Net.
Hi everyone, hi Tutor Jazz, and good afternoon learners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So as our
Yay!
dear parents and guardians, and of course our dear teachers who are watching with us here at this very moment. I am your Tutor Net. Kamusta po ang lahat? I hope everyone is doing well today. Before we begin, let us check our attendance first. Tutor Jazz, tignan natin sino na ba
Yes.
ang mga nandito sa ating ETULay online tutorial this afternoon.
Aba, yung first comer natin, first viewer. Lizelle de
Yes.
la Cruz Valdez, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Good PM, Lizelle Cruz po from SDO Zambales. Hello from Zambales. Nakakatuwa. Shoutout pala Ma'am Jazz sa ating napaka-generous at napaka-butihing principal from San Lorenzo Ruiz Elementary School. Walang iba ang aming principal, si Ma'am Regina R. Albay. Hello po, Ma'am. At sa aming SDO Pasig City, the Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Maria Eva Lu Concepcion Agustin. Hello po,
Good
Ma'am Eva
afternoon.
Lu. Good afternoon po. Ayan,
And
dumadami ang
who's this
ating
one?
viewers.
Shout out, grade 6 teachers ng San Lorenzo, Ma'am Elsie, Ma'am Mercado, and the rest. And good afternoon, who is this one? Alessandra Amurao and Isa Janaya
Yes.
Dakuan. Good afternoon, and we are so excited to have you here in our English as 6 ETULay online tutorial.
Yes, nakakatuwa no, Ma'am Jazz. Ang dami natin ngayong hapon.
Definitely.
You know, Tutor Jazz, I am excited that we are going to spend the whole school year with this amazing batch of grade 6 learner all over the Philippines. Because you know what? I have heard that they are so participative and cooperative.
Wow. Wow. Yes, you are right, Tutor Ness. And di ba tama po, learners? Okay, so they are really so participative and cooperative. I hope that I'm right, learners. So as we begin, okay, so as we begin, I would like to thank the development team of the module that we are going to use this afternoon. So from the writer to the management team, thank you so much for making and doing this module. Okay,
Thank
and
you.
since we are now in our quarter one, week one, this first is our lesson outline for the whole quarter, the first quarter. Okay, so magsama-sama po tayo all throughout this school year. Okay, so this time we will be analyzing figures of speech. But since those are so many, we're just going to focus on two. Okay, hyperbole and irony. Quarter one, week one, analyzing figures of speech, hyperbole, and irony. But learners, at the end of this tutorial, you should be able to analyze a figure of speech, importantly about hyperbole and irony. Okay? Are you now ready to learn? So to the next, what do we have first there?
All right. There are lots of things that we are capable of doing, right? So, in this activity, all you have to do is to answer the questions honestly. Like, can you do the following? Write yes in the comment section if you can do it, or no if you can't. Are you ready now? Let's start. Number one, climb a mango tree. If you can do it, type yes in the comment section and no if you can't do it. Don't forget to write the number before your answer. Let's see, Tutor Jazz, who are there answering. Oh, sabi ni Erica Galang, yes. Amiel Stephen Gonzalez Sorolla says no. Okay. Krishaline Tilaksing says yes. Okay, now let's proceed to number two. Carry a pail of water. Can you do it, learners? Type yes if you can do it and no if you can't. Let us see. Okay. Don't forget to write the number first before your answer. Okay, very good learners. You're following the direction. Leandra Ibay says no. Okay, Reginald Parco says no also. Okay, now let's move on to number three. Ang active na learners natin, Tutor Jazz, ano? Okay, for
Sabi
number
sa'yo,
three,
Tutor Ness, very cooperative yung mga
very
yan.
cooperative talaga. Number three, eat a whole cow. Eat a whole cow, Tutor Jazz.
Oh no,
How about our
that's
learners?
so
Let us
big.
see. Okay, sabi ni Erica, no with 3 exclamation point. Okay, Amiel Stephen says no. Okay, Jared Felix says no. Okay, now let us see for number four. Kiss a snake. Can you kiss a snake, learners? How about you, Tutor Jazz? Can you see, kiss a snake?
Can I
I
kiss
don't
you,
think
not a
so.
snake? Because
Okay.
I cannot kiss a snake.
Yes, okay. So number, si Cyril says no. Ayan, ang mga learners natin, sabi nila no. Okay, next. Let us have our last item, ride a bike. Wow, I think some of our learners will have been enjoying riding a bike. So let us see their answer, Tutor Jazz. Okay, Erica says no. Don't forget to write the type, the number before your answer. Okay, for number five, let us see. Jane says yes. Zay say yes. Okay, so most of our learners says yes, Tutor Jazz.
I cannot ride
Okay.
a bike. You have to teach me after this tutorial.
Yes. Okay. Now, Tutor Jazz, what do you think what's next?
Oh yeah, thank you so much for those questions, Tutor Ness. Okay, so anyways, learners, that's just our first. Let's have this activity here. As you can see, I have your picture and I just want you to look at the picture and then tell something about it. Like, what does this illustration or this picture imply? Ano kaya ang ibig sabihin neto? Okay, so learners, I want you to answer me in a complete sentence because answering in a complete sentence is very important as we learn English. Okay, so drop your answer in our comment box or comment section. Go ahead. What can you say about this illustration? It says here, I love you a million times. Let me see. Waiting for you. Okay, so we have here Jane Erica Galang. It shows a lot of love of a mother. And then Yishen Cyril Bernardino, she loves her baby. Margaret, sobrang love niyo po ang anak niya. Oh, yes. Okay, so thank you so much for all of your answers. Okay, this picture shows that shows how unconditional the love of mother to her kid. Like I love you a million times, like I love you so much. Because million times means like a countless times. Is that right, Tutornet?
Yes, of course, Tutor Jazz.
Yes. And okay, and for the next one, okay, learners, for the direction, I want you to read and understand this short selection. Okay? Because you have to identify the hyperbolic and ironic sentences here. As I read learners the selection, I want you to read this as well. Are we ready? Let's do it. Okay, Tina broke her heart when she received the sad news late in the evening. Her grandmother passed away. How come she died so soon when she's still 95 years old? She wondered. Tina was crying a river. If only she could keep her pain and could keep her pain and sadness inside a jar and let it sink underwater. Life is really unfair for taking her beloved grandmother away. How she wished her grandma was given 1,000 years to live. You guys are finished? Let's do this activity. Okay, so that I'll know that you understand the selection, let's answer these questions. Question number one. Our direction first. Comment down or write HS there if the sentence is hyperbolic sentence and IS if it is ironic sentence. I'm just going to see how well or how knowledgeable you are when it comes to our lesson for today. So whether your answer is right or wrong, okay, that's okay. All right? So let's now proceed to number one. Tina broke her heart when she received the sad news late in the evening. Is it IS or HS? Your answer. Go ahead. Do not forget to write number one and then your answer first. Be consistent, okay? Oh, Richelda, HS, Samuel Cruz, Yishen, Alessandra Amorao, Miss Gail Agunyas. Turunet, what is the answer for number one? That is. Okay, that is HS. Okay, hyperbolic sentence. Number two. Okay, number two we have here, Tina who was crying a river. Is it HS or IS? Can you really guys cry a river? That's too a lot. That's a lot. Okay, number two. Learners, number and then your answer. Number two. Wala akong nakikitang number. Number muna bago ang sagot. Learners, please follow instruction. Number two. Okay, Rian Joyce Melgarejo. Zamiel Cruz, HS. And the answer for number two is, this one is hyperbolic sentence, HS. Number three. How she wished her grandma was given 1,000 years to live. Your answer, learners? For number three. Okay, drop your answers now. Wow, three. Number three now. Still waiting for your answer. Okay, number three. Okay, so number three, Tutor Net, the answer is, abagaw siya na may kaparos. Who's this one? Maria Cristal Giarte? Mark Platon? Okay, may IS, may HS. So ano sila, half-half. Tingnan po natin kung anong tamang sagot. Number three, the answer is HS. This one is hyperbolic sentence. Later on, we will find out why is it HS or why is it IS, or what is this hyperbolic sentence or ironic sentence. Okay, and let's have um, the next activity. Tutor Net, are you on mute?
Ayun. Ganyan talaga pag live. All right. For this activity, thank you so much, Teacher Jazz. This time, let us read the comic strips about Mona and Elsa. But since it is kind of small here, so we have to make it into a dialogue form. Okay? Ayan. Now, let's do it, Tutor Jazz. Who do you want to be?
Mona and Alpha. I want to be Mona.
Okay, you want to be Mona, so I will
Yeah.
become the Elsa.
Do
Okay,
you
let's
want to build a
start.
snowman? Is that it?
Yes, but with no singing.
Yeah, I'm good
Okay,
at it
so
also.
great.
I'm
So
bad
let's
better.
do it. Okay, learners, as Tutor Jazz and I read it, I want you to read it as well. So let us all read the comic strip. Are you now
Okay, so
ready?
then,
Okay,
yeah, I'm ready.
let's do it.
Hello, Elsa. My pet dog Aki died yesterday and I cried a river.
Oh, yes. I am happy to hear that, Mona. Now you can look for a new pet.
My heart is bleeding with sadness.
Well, go to the party so you'll forget about Aki. You are one lucky fellow, for now you have an angel. Now, let us reflect on this. Let's discuss the comic strip by answering the following questions. Are you ready, learners? Okay, be ready for typing your answer in our comment box. Okay, question number 1. Can Mona cry a river? Okay, type your answer on our comment box. Type, type, type. Come on, can Mona
What?
cry
Is it
a
a yes or
river?
no?
Oh, yes. Is it a yes or no? Just type yes or no. Okay,
Oh,
don't
we have
forget to
here.
type number. Yes. Oh, Katniss Gail Agunya says yes. No, sabi naman ni Cloud. Okay, Kimberly Kim says no. Okay. So how about you, Tutor Jazz?
No matter
What's your
how
answer
sad
for
I am,
this?
I cannot really cry a river. Maybe I can just, cry. My tears will just be, half of glass, not a river.
Okay. Okay, that's it. For number 2, is it okay for Elsa to be happy when Mona's pet dog died? Is it okay? Okay, learners, type your answer, yes or no. Oh,
Oh, we have here
yeah.
Ethan Matthew said yes and then question mark. Maybe he's wondering
No.
what?
Or maybe.
What?
Okay. So most of our learners answers no for question number 2. Now let's go to question number 3. Does a heart bleed because of sadness? Type your answer, yes or no. Don't forget to type number before your answer. The number of item before your answer, okay? Let us see, number 3, where are your answers? Hindi pa sila naka-move on sa number 2, Tutor Jazz.
Oh, yes.
Ayan na, may sagot na sila sa
Ayan,
number
meron
3.
na.
Ayan,
Number 3.
okay. Asa na? Irish Rosales says yes. Okay. Okay, Princess Shania Kiambao says no. Okay, so medyo hati ano. How about you, Tutor Jazz?
What is this
Would
one?
you, would you, would your heart bleed because of sadness?
No matter how Broke I am. I guess my heart will not bleed because if it will, definitely I'm dead.
Definitely. Okay, thank you so much, dear learners, for participating. Okay, so those activities were related to our lesson for today, right, Tutor Jazz?
Yes, okay, that is so correct. And thank you so much for warming up to the net
Yes.
for our lesson this time. Because learners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, this afternoon we're going to talk about figurative language or figures of speech that I have here on our screen. Like what do you mean by figurative language or figure of speech, Turunet?
When we say figurative language or figures of speech, these are ways of expressing ideas by using symbols, figures, or likeness. It is the opposite of literal language because it does not tell directly what the person has in mind. Tutor Jazz?
Okay, that's definitely correct, Turunet. Because of figurative language, this one is a kind of language that that's intended to create image, association or other effect in the mind of our listener
Correct.
or reader, we can say, that goes beyond the literal meaning or expected use of the words involved. That means, Tutornel, that in figurative language, hindi ito yung literal na pagpapakahulugan. There's a deeper meaning into it. So learners, when we say figurative language or figure of speech, the meaning goes beyond the literal meaning or the expected use of the words involved. Okay? And to name some examples are simile, a comparison of two alike objects using like or as. Metaphor also. This one is a direct comparison of two unlike objects without using like or as. And personification, a figure of speech that gives, what is one? Human qualities to places, objects, animals, or ideas. There are actually more. Okay, but since our time is just so limited, let's just focus on this two. Okay, two.
Yes.
We have here the hyperbole and irony. Let's start with hyperbole. To tonight, what's hyperbole is?
Okay, when we say hyperbole, it is a figure of speech that expresses overstatement and exaggeration of a particular condition. Statements expressing hyperbole are also called hyperbolic statements. Dr. Jazz?
Okay, so thank you so much. Hyperbole, or we can also say hyperbolic statements. And then our keyword or clue word here is exaggerated. Exaggeration. Is that it? Okay, pag hyperbole, okay, that is exaggeration, okay? So when you use language to exaggerate what you mean or emphasize a point, it's often used to make something sound much bigger and better than it is actually is. Or let's say make something sound much more dramatic than hyperbole is like that. And hyperbole is a figure of speech. Learners, tatandaan nyo ha na pag hyperbole, exaggeration. That's the clue word that we have there. And I believe we have examples of hyperbole from the given comic strip a while ago, Tutornet, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so these are the hyperbole examples from the comic strip that we have read a while ago. The first one, I cried a river. And then my heart is bleeding with sadness. Okay, now learners, as you can see, grabe naman ito no maka-exage naman, no, making it so big, so huge, that you, no matter how loud we cry, or how long we cry, hindi naman tayo makapag-cry like cried a river, right? And then
Yes.
our heart will not bleed with sadness even if how lonely we are. This is so exage. That's why this one is an example of hyperbole. Okay, and then next one we have is um, what is that one? Here, I have here the situational example of hyperbole. It says here, learners, there's enough food in the cupboard to feed an entire army. Wait lang. Ano nga ba yung cupboard? Teacher, Tutor Ness, what is that cupboard? Di ba parang
Like,
lagayan ng
yeah,
mga
yung
pagkain, no?
lagay
Parang
ng, yes,
cabinet?
parang
Ayun.
cabinet
But learners,
storage, yan.
storage. Yeah, right. Okay, learners, that's the cupboard, ha? Grabe,
Yeah.
nagano say army, we know that like hundreds of people yun, tama po? So in this example, learners, the speaker doesn't literally mean that there's enough food in the cupboard to feed the hundreds of people in the army. Okay, it's just that, or instead, the speaker is just using hyperbole to exaggerate or to make it big. To exaggerate the amount of food that they have. That is hyperbole. Okay? And Tutor Ness, do you have other examples of hyperbole there?
Yes, of course, Tutor Jazz. There's more.
Okay, thank you.
Another example is my world turned upside down. Another one is your voice is deafening. And the last one is the heat of my body can produce fire. So those are some examples of our hyperbole. All right.
Okay, thank you for that. And learners, I hope that you've learned something about hyperbole. I guess we're now so ready to proceed to the next one. The next one is irony. What does that mean, Tutor Ness?
All right. When we say irony, on the other hand, is a figure of speech that expresses the contrary or opposite of what should one really think, especially in order to be funny. It is also called an ironic statement. Sugar Jazz?
Okay, so this time we have ironic statement because we're talking about irony. Okay, so kanina hyperbolic statement. So here irony, ironic statement or sentence. Okay, so the words used, learners, the words used in ironic statements express praise or approval. However, the real purpose of that is really just to criticize, okay, mock or ridicule. Notice in the conversation of Mona and Elsa a while ago that Mona was happy for discovering the death of Elsa's pet dog Aki, right? Rather than being sad for her. That's the purpose of that, like, why Elsa was happy. Namatay nga yung pet dog. That is just to show our topic for today. Okay, that is irony. Okay, so that's example of irony. And we have here another set of examples. Okay, let's have the first one. Irony, an English teacher has a poor grammar. What? Okay, because you'd expect an English teacher to be an expert in grammar, right? So it would be quite ironic if they couldn't actually use proper grammar. So this one is an example of irony. What else? Okay, we have here the police station gets robbed. And do you have any other examples there, Tutor Ness?
Yes, this one. A pilot has a fear of height.
Oh, definitely that's right. Because you'd expect that, this situation is ironic because airplane pilots spend most of their time at work high in the air. So how come they have fear of heights? So this is ironic statement. Okay, learners?
Okay, Tutor Jazz. So this time, learners, I want you to analyze the following statements. Write A if it is hyperbole, which expresses exaggeration, something that is unbelievable to happen. And then write B or type letter B if it is an irony, which expresses the contrary or the opposite of what is said. Are you ready now, learners, for our another activity? Okay, let us see. Number 1. The police station gets robbed by the policeman on duty. Okay, learners, let us see your answers. Type letter A if it is hyperbole and type letter B if it is an irony. Okay, let us see your answer. Barbie Sheena says letter B. Okay, Kimberly Kim answers letter B also. Okay, so most of our learners have their answers. Okay, now let us see. What is the correct answer? Okay, very good, learners. The correct answer is letter B, which is irony. Okay, now let's proceed. Number 2. My dad will kill me when he comes home and sees the house in chaos. Okay, type your answer. Is it letter A, hyperbole, or letter B, for irony? Okay, yan. Number before the answer. Okay, so that we know. Okay, Barbie Sheena again, ang active tutor Jazz ni Barbie Sheena. Kanina pa siya talaga sagot ng
Very
sagot.
nice.
Ayan. Si Krishaline also answers letter A. Ayan. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Let us see. Okay, very good. Good job, learners. Our answer is letter A. Now let's proceed. Number 3. I turned the house upside down before finding my shoes. Oh, madalas ko tong ginagawa, tutor Jazz. But
Naku.
literally, okay. Let us see our learners' answers. Okay. Ana D. Leones. Ano answer niya? Oh, number 3 na tayo, learners. Ayan, ayun. Okay. So, Johan Taginod answers letter A. Si Fritz, letter A din. Si Carl Sander, letter B. Okay, now let us see. What is the correct answer? Good job, learners! Ang gagaling talaga ng learners natin, Tutor Jazz. Our correct answer is letter A. Next item is number 4. A newly hired pilot was afraid of heights. What do you think is that? Hyperbole or irony? Type your answers. Okay, let us see. Ayun, meron na nag-answer. Okay, si Angela Estrada answers letter B. Maria Cristel also letter B. Ayan, nagpalit pa siya ng answer niya. Ay, B po pala. Okay, so let us see what is the correct answer. Correct. That is letter B, which is irony. Let us see the last item, number 5. He runs faster than the wind. What do you think is the answer? Let us see, Tutor Jazz. Ayan,
That
nasa
was
na ang
yun.
inyong mga sagot?
That's now 5. Krishaline Laksina. A. Angelica Kate. Rian Joyce Melgarejo. Maria Cristal Guiarte. Gabriel Matthew Viernes. A yung sagot nila. Anong sagot, Tutor Ness?
And our answer is letter A. Very good talaga ang ating mga learners, Tutor Jazz.
Ano, who got a perfect 5 for Tutor Ness activity? Itas nga yung kanang paa. Ay, kamay pala. Okay, so I hope that nakakuha kayo ng perfect 5. Very good. Okay, so raise your right hand and tap it on your shoulder because we are not there to tap you and say good job. Okay, so please just do that sa sarili ninyo. As if nakano yun ni Tutor Ness. Good job, Sam. Okay.
Good
So
job,
this time around, thank you so much, Tutor Ness. Okay, and learners, so this time around, let's proceed to our assessment part. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung nakinig talaga kanina at may natutunan. So, for this part, I just want you to analyze if the statement or the sentence is hyperbole or irony. Okay? So, the underlined words will help you describe or decide on your correct answer. What are you gonna do? Okay, draw a heart shape or just comment heart. Okay, if you think it is hyperbole and a happy face, if it is an irony. Okay? Learners, laging makikinig ng instruction po ah. Number muna bago yung sagot. Right? Number first, followed by your answer. Let's start with number 1. Learners, an engineer can build a mansion for one day. The underlined words that we have here is a mansion for one day. What? Can we really build a mansion for one day? Is it a heart or a happy face? Drop your answer. Borromeo Mary Rose, Zay Angelica Kate, Kyle Joseph Salvador, DG De Los Reyes. Who else? Jersey Nicole Narciso Kylie Bartolay. Okay, the answer is heart. What's really the answer, Tutor Nat? That is, yeah, definitely heart shape. That is an hyperbole. Next, number 2. Ba't nakakatuwa? Iba-iba pala yung, iba-ibang nare-receive ko, Tutor Nat, na heart. May
Oo
black,
nga
may,
eh. Yes,
may
correct. Nakita ko
red,
nga may
meron namang may kalahati. Ganun pala
napaka-artistic
yun.
talaga ng ating learners.
Okay, ano yung
Hindi
number
natin
2?
hindi natin alam yun, sila alam nila.
Oo nga. Okay, number 2. Babies
Okay.
can run at 6 months. Babies can run at 6 months. Is it a happy face? A heart shape? Drop your answer. Fritz, Jarell, Angelo Estrada, who else? Johan Taginod, heart shape. Bakit may mga how do you call that? My happy face and then my heart shape. Okay, babies can run at 6 months. The correct answer here is, it's a heart shape. Exaggeration. Grabe naman yun. 6 months pa lang. Nakatakbo na. Pwede ba yun? So,
Mali po.
exaggerated yun, no? OA naman. So, hyperbole po yun. Number 3. Okay, number 3. Okay, the fire station got burned down. Grabe, fire station, tas got burned down. What's your answer, number 3? Drop it. Okay, number 3, learners. Come on. Wala pa ako nakikita sagot. Ito. Krishalyn Laxinas, smile or happy face. Kyle Geran Borromeo, Princess Shania, Erica Martinez. The correct answer for number 3 is, that's a happy face. Okay, irony yun. Kasi fire station yun. Tapos, we expect na sila mismo, isi-safe nila yung kanilang station. Okay, and then, let's now proceed to generalizing our learning because our time is already there. Tutor Nat? You're on mute?
Okay. All right. Now, learners, let us try to complete the statements. I will see if you can still remember what Tutor Jazz had discussed a while ago. Tignan natin kung sino talaga ang nakinig sa iyo, sa ating dalawa, Tutor Jazz. Okay, let us see. Figurative language or figure of speech are ways of expressing ideas by using blank, blank, or blank. It is the blank of literal language because it does not tell blank what the person has in mind. That's a lot of blank. No, Tutor Jazz? Let us see. Masasagot ba ng ating mga learners? Okay. And our answer is, tignan natin. Okay, figurative language or figures of speech are ways of expressing ideas by using symbols, figures, or likenesses. It is the opposite of literal language because it does not tell directly what the person has in mind. Okay, keep that in mind, learners. Another one is blank. It's a figure of speech that expresses overstatement and exaggeration of a particular condition. Statements expressing hyperbole are also called blank statements. Let us see, learners. Can you answer this one? Ayun, may sumasagot, Tutor Jazz. Okay,
Hyperbolic
now,
daw.
yes, correct. Tignan natin. Let us see. Okay, you're correct, learners. Hyperbole is a figure of speech that expresses overstatement and exaggeration of a particular condition. Statements expressing hyperbole are also called hyperbolic statements. Okay, how about this one? Three blanks. Blanks, on the other hand, is a figure of speech that expresses the blank of what should one really think, especially in order to be funny. It is also called an blank statement. Tutor Jess, may nagsagot ba?
Meron. Okay, ironic
Okay.
daw and irony. I guess
Yes.
they're right.
Yes, I guess they're right. Ayun. Irony, contrary or opposite, and ironic statement. Those are the answers for this activity. Tutor Jazz?
Okay, and yes, since we just only have a few minutes left, okay, let's now summarize what we've learned for this afternoon. Okay, so learners, all over the Philippines, today we'll learn that figurative language is a way of speaking or writing in which the speaker or writer describes things in a new or different way. It is also called figures of speech. Some examples introduced earlier are simile, metaphor, and personification. But we have focused on irony and hyperbole. Okay? But learners, why is a figurative language important? You know, it would be hard to get through a day without using figurative language. You don't know that. Ginagamit pala natin siya everyday, yung figurative language na yan. Okay, we might think about metaphors when we're writing a story or analyzing a story, a novel, or a book. Okay, but most of the time we don't even realize we're using figures of speech. But we do learners. Okay, so we do a lot for good reason. Okay, so always remember figurative language gets ideas across in ways that wouldn't otherwise be possible. Okay, and then since we talked about hyperbole, always remember that we can also call this hyperbolic statements. That means like exaggeration of a thing. Clue lang po natin dito, hyperbole, exaggerated statement. Okay, hyperbole, hyperbolic statement. Next is irony. Okay, irony, we can also call this one an ironic statement or ironic sentence. Okay, ano po yung clue word natin for irony? This is the contrary or opposite, kabaliktaran. Okay, let's say for example, I'm so sad today. Well then, actually I'm happy. So tatandaan po ha, hyperbole and irony, exaggeration ang yung una, and then the irony is opposite or contrary. Alright? Okay, so today, analyzing figure of speech requires understanding of their meaning and use in sentences. Kasi yung figurative language ay hindi yung literal na pagpapakahulugan. So we really have to read through, okay, at maintindihan natin kung ano yung point, ano yung meaning ng pangungusap na yon. Kasi there's really a meaning behind it or deeper than the sentence itself. Okay, so unconsciously we also use figure of speech in expressing our everyday ideas. It may be written or expressed orally. So, you know, hindi lang tayo aware pero we are using figurative language every day. Okay, so there we are. Let's have this assignment of ours. Tutornet, and learners, okay, learners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, this is going to be your assignment number 1. Direction. Think of another 3 examples of hyperbole and irony. But this time around, learners, hindi na yung sinabi namin kanina ni Tutor Net. Okay, mag-isip kayo ng iba pa, yung hindi na, malay mo, hindi namin alam. Okay? And take a picture of your homework and put it in a comment section in our official page. Our official page na gagamitin natin all throughout this school year is English 6, DepEd ETULay with tutors, Jess, and Net. Okay, ito yan. Makikita nyo dyan, may nakapost kami doon na assignment number 1. Yung homework niyo, yung sagot ninyo, i-comment nyo lang doon, i-upload nyo yung picture para ma-check ni Tutornet and ma-check ko. Mababalikan ko kayo. Namin pala, okay? And ito yung page natin. Ito yung pala yung, yung format ng assignment ninyo, learners. Your name, don't forget to write your name, your school name, and your division as well. Do not forget to like our page. Okay, so here it is. Okay, there. Paki-like ito, learners, tapos dito nyo i-comment yung mga sagot ninyo, okay? Wait a moment. Okay, so there. English 6, DepEd ETULay with tutors, Jazz, and Net. Dito kami mag-check ng mga gawain natin or activities natin every meeting, okay? So, next is, we value your feedback, your suggestion, your opinion, and also please scan this QR code that we have here for your feedback. Okay, so that we can improve or what, or you can encourage teachers. Okay, so you can do so. Okay, and to the next.
Yes. And that's all.
Yes.
Okay. Ano na, Tutor Jazz? I think that's...
Yes.
I think we don't have much time.
Yes, and we're so finished.
Yes.
Okay, and so that's so it, learners. Let me thank that learners first, TutorNet, before you close it. Okay, learners from different divisions, thank you so much for participating so well this afternoon, and we'll see you again next week. Okay, so bye for now. This has been Tutor Just again for English 6. Back to you, TutorNet.
And this has been your TutorNet for ETULay online tutorial. Up next is, what's that? Okay, up next is Tutor Drazel and Tutor Arnel for English 7. So that's all for today, learners. I hope that you have learned a lot today. Do not forget to like our page and submit your homework there, okay? With that, Tutor Jazz, and I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for doing an amazing job. See you again next Tuesday, 1 p.m. to 1:40 p.m. Always remember that Tuesday is Choose
Our
English
English
Day.
Day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Keep
everyone.
safe.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETULay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETULay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETULay!